talking sports.
Hey, check out Channel 9. Check out Rick Tittle.
You know, sometimes when you interview someone, you're like, what am I going to talk about? When you have Nicole Schreiber, what are we not going to talk about? And as you see her on the Twitch.tv webcam right now, coast to coast, border to border, around the world on the American Forces Radio Network, the stand-up comedian extraordinaire, she is at the Punchline. She had a show last night. She has 2 tonight and 2 tomorrow. Once again, Nicole, Amy, with the accent, Aimé?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. It's really good.
Aimé Schreiber. Je ne parle pas français. Je
suis américain.
Je ne parle pas français.
Moi aussi, mais quand je parle français, je parle mieux en mieux.
Ne comprends.
Okay.
Let's move on. First of all, thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having me back. I was so excited when I found out I was coming back. I was like, I wonder if I get to do radio again. It was so fun.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Now, we were talking about, you just said, I thought you said PMS.
No.
You said TMS.
TMS.
Please tell us.
So I have suffered from depression, anxiety, and OCD for a vast majority of my life. I've done so much therapy. I've been on so many different medications, and nothing has really stuck. It has always just been this black cloud of my life. And my dad had severe depression. So it's one of those things where it's very genetic. And, there's things in life that have happened that, would make someone sad. But the overlying theme is that I've kind of had this, untreatable depression.
Wow.
And I did everything to try and help it. Like, the legal stuff, the medication stuff, the therapy stuff, but I also did ayahuasca. I've done psilocybin. I've done MDMA. I've done ketamine. I've done so many different modalities of therapy to try and help it. Nothing has really stuck. Things have kind of moved the needle, but nothing's really stuck. And recently I did TMS. It's called transcranial magnetic stimulation. Mm-hmm. And it basically is, they put this little cap on your head where they've mapped your head where there's a certain quadrant of your brain is where depression exists.
Okay.
It's funny, they don't know a whole lot about the brain, but they know enough about it to know, okay, this is where we know certain emotions happen. If you're either left-brained or right-brained. But, the brain is kind of this wild, mysterious place.
The brain wonders about itself.
I mean, the brain is going to think itself to death is ultimately what it is. We as people are all going to think ourselves to death. I mean, that is our biggest tragedy. Right. We're thinkers. That's what makes us human.
And that's the tragedy of peace, because normally we'd be running and fighting, and since we're sitting on our ass,
we've got nothing to do. We're just alone with our thoughts. But that is why physical exercise, intense physical exercise, is so important, because it gets you completely out of your head and into your body. As humans, we are like floating heads. We are so out of our bodies. And that's one of the modalities of therapy I do is somatic therapy. And a lot of it is all right, what are you feeling? But where are you feeling in your body? If you really think about it, when you're having anxiety, you're feeling it in your body. Your brain is also experiencing it. But have you ever had just a heavy feeling in your chest when you're anxious about something?
Sure we do, yeah.
So it's you need to listen to that as a person, because that really is you can work through your emotions by being in touch with your body. I could talk about this forever.
No, it's
but
great.
TMS, it's transcranial magnetic stimulation, and what they're doing is they're literally rewiring your brain so it fires differently. I don't necessarily know what synapses or chemicals are happening, but you can Google it. I mean, you can do the work yourselves. But basically, they put this little cap on my head. They measure the coordinates of your head based on bone structure and whatnot, and then they put this magnetic plate that lays on your head, and it sends zaps to your head, zaps to your brain. And I did this for 8 weeks, 5 days a week for 20 minutes a day.
Did you have any trepidation about this assault on your brain?
1,000% I was concerned. But it's also the sort of thing where I have suffered from depression and anxiety and OCD for so long, and I mean so long. If you asked any one of my friends, they would be like, no one has had a bigger struggle with depression.
Let me ask you this, because the hilarious Carmen Lynch was in here once, and she talked
she's
about...
so funny.
Yeah, but all these terms we have now. She said, when I was growing up, it was sad. I'm sad.
Totally.
Now I'm triggered. I'm this, I'm that. And it's almost like, it was better maybe when we were just sad.
It's so dramatic now. Everything's so ridiculous. And it's listen, people are going to be more depressed than ever. Social media is a complete assault on our brain. We are not meant to know as much as we know.
And yet we've never been more dumb.
1,000% more dumb, because the information we're getting isn't helpful. It's doing nothing to further our brain.
Well, it's interesting because you can find 10 websites right now that'll tell you eggs are good for you, and 10 websites that'll tell you eggs are bad for you. You can create your own my truth, as we say.
Yeah, you can, whatever you want to believe, you can live in that echo chamber on social media. I have one of my, I do freelance marketing, and one of the accounts I do marketing for is a more conservative, maybe like right wing company. So I have an account for them on Instagram where I follow only conservative publications. There is nothing liberal that I follow. And I want to see what it looks like when you live within a completely conservative echo chamber. Because if you look at my social media, I mean, it's mainly pasta and dogs. But I mean, I'm a more liberal person. You know, I'm not the most liberal, but I'm a pretty liberal person.
Rigatoni and cockerdoodles.
Oh my God, could you die? I mean, get a cockerdoodle named Rigatoni. That is the most perfect name for a cockerdoodle.
Gotcha.
So it's you, whatever world you want to live in, you can live in that world.
Absolutely.
Where you get no other information. And that is why it's so hard for the right to see the left and the left to see the right, because everybody's living in their own selective echo chamber. I was walking yesterday and there was a protest around the corner from here. Did you see that?
That's every day here.
Holy moly. I was like, you guys are preaching to the choir. It was a group of people being like, fuck Trump. I'm like, this is the most liberal city on earth. Oh, I'm sorry.
We are on the radio. It's okay.
No. Sorry.
We just lost the Tulsa affiliate.
Oh my God, Tulsa. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I love it there. I've never been, but there's a comedy festival there that's really great.
Oh, great.
But they're saying how much they hate Trump, and I'm like, you're preaching to the choir. You're in a liberal city, liberals marching for other liberals. It just felt so, I don't know, pointless. Like,
this is, to me, the most pointless thing of all was, like, especially when the Gulf War started, was stopping all the traffic in downtown San Francisco. You're stopping traffic for other liberals. You're using your civil rights to deprive people of theirs, if I could speak. And someone is picking up their kid from school. They have a job interview. They're going to dialysis.
Yeah.
Someone is in labor.
Yeah.
But no, if I stop the traffic on Montgomery Street, then the bombs will stop falling. And I'm like, if you really want to affect change, it's like these climate change people who shut bridges, go to the companies that are causing climate change, protest there, maybe block the parking lot there, but to do it here, the civil unrest, they think, oh, that's the key. All you're going to do is piss everybody off who, as you say, you were preaching to the choir.
Yeah, it's just, you're talking to the people who we're all on the same page. There's no point. But yeah, you want to hit them where it counts, you know? Go to their headquarters. That's a great idea. By the way, block the parking lot so people can't get in.
I'm here for you.
I mean, that is like, what are we doing? It's like, yeah, I get it. I couldn't agree with you more.
But no, shut down the Golden Gate Bridge, because then that will, it's just like the whole Israel-Gaza thing with people shutting things down. Whatever side you're on or no side at all, it's like, do you think anyone in Tel Aviv is like, well, you know what, St. Mary's College in Moraga, they had a protest. We really should revisit our policies.
Guys, put down the bombs, put down the guns. We need to discuss. Jennifer Sinclair.
I love Jenny.
Over in Tulsa, she has a very strongly worded opinion on her Instagram today.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and Nicole Schreiber is just getting started. She's at the Punchline tonight. Come on back.
There's a new way to travel, and it's one of the oldest forms of transportation. Travel by train. Yes, consider traveling around the United States on Amtrak. Traveling by train is a lot less of a headache than taking a plane, and you'd be surprised how many places you can go on an Amtrak. And there's no passports or IDs needed. Find out how to get where you're going as soon as tomorrow by train. Call the Amtrak Travel Hotline right now. We'll book your trip and email your tickets within minutes. Skip the drive to the airport and skip the lines. Call right now to book your Amtrak reservations. We service most of the United States.
All aboard!
Do something new. Travel by Amtrak today.
800-262-3903. 800-262-3903. 800-262-3903. That's 800-262-3903.
If you've got a property that you've been trying to sell and you've tried almost everything, I want to tell you about something that you haven't tried yet. You're going to think this offer is too good to be true, but it's not. Thousands of customers have sold their homes in any condition with Need to Sell My Home. This is a real opportunity from a highly rated company that buys homes all over the country. Did you know it's possible to sell your home right over the phone with no real estate commissions and no pesky open houses? Plus, every offer is a cash offer with no mortgage holdups. To find out how much you can sell your home or property for, call now. Take 5 minutes of your time and call for this 100% free quote to sell your home.
800-430-0674. 800-430-0674. 800-430-0674. That's 800-430-0674.
I'm holding in my hand the American Silver Eagle dollar. It's a beautiful piece of American history, and it's 1 ounce of silver. Originally minted in 1986, these coins are a beautiful classic piece of American history, and they're a great investment you should add to your portfolio. The beauty of silver is that however much you have available to invest, silver is affordable and easy to acquire, with one coin costing around $30. So, if you choose to invest a few thousand in silver, you can get quite a bit for your money, and you'll have a tangible asset that you can hold, one you can be proud to own. Claim your piece of American history with American Silver Eagle dollars. Call the Silver Hotline right now.
800-620-1624. 800-620-1624. 800-620-1624. That's 800-620-1624.
Look at me. Look at me. Don't look at anybody else. Don't look at the fat-ass losers or freaks. You look at me!
Rick Tittle will fight anyone listening to this.
I am with Nicole Amy Schreiber, who is an absolute delight, and you need to see her on stage. She has 2 shows tonight at the world-famous Punchline down here on Battery Street, downtown San Francisco, 2 shows tomorrow night as well. And we were just talking about, and we won't get into Israel, Gaza, but I do want to ask you about your time in Israel studying archaeology. That's awesome.
Yeah, I studied archaeology.
That's so great.
I saw Indiana Jones as a child, and I was like, oh, yeah. That's what I want to do.
I saw that movie, and I wanted to be a Nazi.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, honestly, you already look like the West Coast recruiter for Hitler Youth, so I think
I
you
don't
could do
have
it.
blue eyes, though.
I know, but you've got that gusto. That gusto that's like, I want to take young kids and transform them into hateful, wonderful creatures.
Is it my clan hood giving me away?
Yeah, I mean, really should have hit that better.
Okay.
It's the hairline,
So
honestly.
were you Tel Aviv? Where were you?
I was in the ancient Roman capital of Israel called Sepphoris or Zippori. Yeah.
That's great.
And in college, I went to Israel and I did an archaeological excavation for 6 weeks.
Wow.
And I dug up an ancient Roman city.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
You have like the little brushes and everything and the quadrants.
So the quadrants, yes. So the way archaeology works in Israel is basically Israel is just a giant archaeological site. If they did archaeology with a brush and very gently went through it, they would be there for 7,000 years.
We're talking dynamite.
I mean, so you go in there with a literal pickaxe and just start hacking away. And then when you hit something, like I found an ancient Roman fresco in a Herodian house.
No, you did not.
Yeah, so
Wow.
King Herod lived, like, I think it was maybe 100 BC.
I love Herodian. That's
Herodian.
awesome.
Yeah,
King
yeah,
Herod. Yeah.
So King Herod had so many houses in every major Roman city, basically. But he was kind of indigenous to.
He grew up in Rome too.
He was when in Rome. When in Rome, just be really rich and own things.
Right.
He was a big real estate mogul. So
He's kind of like Trump.
He's kind of like Trump. You know what? I can't believe Trump isn't like, King Herod. What a guy.